How to make a holiday chop board. There are cheese boards, hot chocolate boards. Who thinks we need holiday chop boards? I like to start my boards with crispy samosas. These are from Deep Indian Kitchen. The samosas come with green chutney. Little tip, I add chili powder and yogurt to bring out the flavors, then add the rest of my dips. Then I cut garlic naan, also from Deep, into strips to bake and make crispy naan chips. I finish filling the board with my favorite Chaat Krispies, garnish any way you like, and there you go, a holiday chop board.
Nothing says spring to me like soft and fluffy saffron buns. In a mixer, mix 500 grams of bread flour with 100 grams of brown sugar. Add a pinch of salt and 1 packet of yeast. Grind up 0.5 grams of saffron with a pinch of granulated sugar. On the hob, heat up 300 milliliters of milk with the saffron, and then melt in 75 grams of butter. Leave to slightly cool and then mix with the dry ingredients until a sticky dough forms. Add in 1 egg, and then knead by hand or in a mixer for 10 minutes. Cover it and leave it to rise for 1 hour until it doubles in size. Knock the dough back, separate the dough into 12 pieces, and then roll to create S shapes. Cover the dough and then leave them to double in size again for another hour. Give them an egg wash, and then add on your raisins. Cook them for 15 minutes in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, or until golden on the top.
Hi guys, today we're making tamales. So we had our fillings prepared. We did chile rojo, verde, and rajas con queso. For the masa, we started by mixing 1.5 pounds of lard, 3 tablespoons of baking powder, and 3 tablespoons of salt. Mix well with a hand mixer for 5 minutes. It should have a buttercream consistency and look more white. We're gonna add a whole 4.4 pounds package of maseca and 4 quarts of the broth where you cook your meat for your filling. Add it by alternating both little by little and mix for about 15 to 20 minutes. Test your masa in water. If it floats, it's ready. If it doesn't, keep mixing. Then you're gonna spread your masa to your corn husk. Add your filling. Close them up. In your pot, place your tamales in a stand-up position with the opening on top. Secure your pot to keep the steam inside. Cook for 1.5 hours. And yummy yum yum, we have made tamales.
Cantonese style steamed fish. Ginger. Slice the ginger into thin strips and chop up the scallions. Keep the greens separate from the whites. Fishy! Bass or tilapia. If your fish is too long, cut it a little bit short so it fits, but throw it in there because of flavor. We're gonna lay down scallions and some ginger. Put the fish on top of the bed, put some scallions inside, and some ginger inside. We are ready to go. Steam the fish for about 11 minutes, then we're gonna heat up some oil just before smoking point. Drain off any excess liquid from the fish. Top it with the scallion greens. Carefully pour over the hot oil. Finish it with some soy sauce, and the dish is done. Always eat this over freshly steamed rice, and this is one of my favorite dishes of all time.
Tiropitas are the perfect appetizer. You take an egg, cottage cheese, parmesan, and feta, mix it with a little salt and pepper, and then you put it on top of some very buttery phyllo dough. You can find that in the frozen section of almost any grocery store. Make little triangle cheese pockets, top with even more melted butter because it is the holidays, we are not skimping. Make some thyme honey, which is so herbaceous and delicious. And this is how they turn out. They're so golden brown, flaky, crispy, and delicious.
We're making tembleque.
Pay close attention, guys, because it was kind of pretty difficult to make everything under a 3-minute video, but I did my very best, so let's go. So I had 10 pounds of boneless chicken thighs. I had 1 cup of water, and we're gonna add a cup of everything. A cup of peppers, a cup of onions, a cup of cilantro, 1 head of garlic cloves and that I use a pilon to mashed up, 1 scoop of sofrito. If you can't find this, don't worry, you can skip it. It's a liquid herb, it's amazing. Give it a nice mix, and now we're gonna add 3 packets of sazon. We're gonna add a lot of oregano, guys. It's okay because oregano is like essential, but all the seasoning, a little bit of cumin. We're gonna use garlic powder. Go ahead and throw that in there, like don't be afraid. And then we're gonna use fresh black pepper. And now we're gonna use a little bit of chicken bouillon. And this is no MSG, and I'm using no MSG adobo. And you would just adjust to your flavoring. I add a little bit of choto oil to give it a nice color. We're gonna cover and let it sit for 24 hours. You're going to need a large pot for this. Add the chicken and just add enough water to cover the chicken. We're gonna boil it to get nice and tender. And reserve the peppers and the juices. After 30 minutes, we're gonna shred up all the chicken. Don't throw away the broth that we just cooked the chicken. We're gonna save it. Now the choto oil, just enough to cover the pan. And remember the peppers that we reserved, we're gonna throw that in there. We're gonna saute this for a good 15 minutes. Now we're gonna add the chicken in there slowly and just give it a nice mix as we go. Look how beautiful that looks. So now we're gonna add half a can of tomato sauce. We're gonna add maybe about 3 cups of the broth that we reserved, and it should look just like that. With all the herbs and the season that we use, it tastes amazing, but we're just gonna enhance it a little bit more with kosher salt. I have 4 bags of cooked bananas, been sitting in warm water for 10 minutes to help to peel. 2 green plantains, a small half a pumpkin, and I have 4 white tortillas. Please wear gloves and look how easy that peeled. As you peel, make sure it's soaked in cold water. The fun part, this is when you drink wine and listen to music and have a partner in crime would do this with you. Have 1 person mix and add the choto oil until you get the nice orange color. Masa tastes amazing already, so all you just need to enhance it with some adobo and black pepper to your tasting, and it should look just like that. My kitchen, my rule. There's no traditional way how to make this. Yo, with the chicken, it was amazing because what I like about it, I could stuff this pasteles and there was not a single bite with no meat, and no one picked it out. If you want to add olives and chickpeas, go right ahead, but no one in my family likes it, but it was delicious. Nice and stuffed and delicious. Always cook with love and enjoy.